A little bit of stuff done this morning. I actually started live streaming. And so for those of you who tuned in, thanks. For those of you who didn't, you definitely need to. So I'm going to be trying to do at least one live stream a week. It really depends. As I've said in my previous videos, when I move up to where Rayalta is living now, I'll have a lot of spare time and I'll be able to do a lot more streaming and be able to do a lot more stuff like that. And I've got a guy that I'm going to be living with who's an audio and lighting wizard. He is the guy that got me into the furry fandom. For those of you who don't know, I am a furry, if the name isn't obvious. But Kai got me into the furry fandom. He is originally the one that got me into doing audio video volunteering for conventions and setting up lighting, doing lighting rigging, running lights. He did that in 2014 at Furry Weekend Atlanta. That was my first, or my second furry convention ever. And of course I volunteered off the bat, saved the con. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have had lights for Thursday nights opening ceremonies, and what little bit we did have was, of course, because of myself and Kai and the crew. But I've since worked with Kai at a couple of other conventions like Dragon Con and a few other things, and he's a great guy. It's going to be nice living with him, learning from somebody that's got a passion for this stuff. So I can't wait for that. Hopefully you guys can see some benefit from that in my live streams and in my future videos, because maybe I can get some tips on hardware to do streaming, on how to set the computer up and things like that. So hopefully this will be a beneficial relationship. But as you can see, I did get a few things done during the live stream. You can't see much here because of course I'm standing inside, but let me go out and you can see the big difference. Now this is what I was attempting to get accomplished last night. I got a few of these XL walls up. I got a couple of dino doors up. I've got a ramp. We have a new addition to the family. I picked this guy up this afternoon during the live stream because I needed something that collected wood. Thorny dragons are the third highest rated creature for collecting wood, next to Castoroides, which is the big beavers, they're top, and the Theranzino, which people call the tickle chicken, the giant feathered Edward Scissorhands of the game. I may still try and get one of those because they are amazing gatherers if I run across one. So maybe at some point today when we are out doing our adventures, we will run across the tickle chicken. And actually I'm going to back my gamma down just a little bit. I think I'm going to try to go with 1.5 for now. If it's a little too dark tonight, yeah, that takes a little bit of that glare off. Let's go to 2. See what we look like at 2. That's a little better. I can deal with that. 1.5 might still be a little low. 2 is pretty good, I think. It really starts to bring out the colors of some of these creatures. I mean, look at this guy. And then I've got a raptor down here that's running around, which, let me see if I can get a bead on it. It's a little female. I've lost track of her for now. She was running around down there somewhere. But I had a little, I think it's a level 45 female. And I've already got a female raptor. So there she is. There's that beautiful girl. And of course she is a really nice pink with the purple. And again, this is why I love the omnicular. You can really zoom in with it and get shots of some really nice creatures. But again, nothing like this. This is almost the colors that I love. It's that purplish pink. You got purple spines on the back with black. That's just a gorgeous coloration. Of course, you got this guy over here. It reminds me of a toolbox I had a couple of years ago. I had a big snap-on rolling toolbox that was that color green. Actually, I had to put on shades when I rolled it out into the sun. And then we come over here, and of course, our Morellatops was just I didn't really go for color on it. It was just a opportunity tame. It was stuck in a cliff and I could shoot it fairly easily without it trying to eat me, because these guys do hit pretty hard for low levels. But so it was an opportunity tame, and the colors are kind of working on me. They match with the Doed. And of course this guy, or should I say this girl. She is a very gorgeous coloration. That blue and that green combo just is a very pretty color. I prefer the purples and blacks, like sort of our dragon there. But at this point, you know, I will take any I can get. I'm kind of trying to selectively tame. I don't want to tame every creature out there, so I'm trying to selectively tame what I need. So at this point, we are going to be going into a change of construction. I was originally going to run these big block foundations all the way out for the next building. Upon putting these two in and actually getting down here and looking at the structure, we're going to have to do a change in plan. So you guys are actually going to get to see me employ my ninja skills using a grappling hook and a crossbow, because now I'm going to have to run this next building entirely off of pillar and ceiling construction. So you guys are going to get to see how that works, how to put it together, how it works. It's very, very finicky, that I will tell you. Do not attempt to put a ceiling on anything that you set up until you have the entire floor established, because you won't be able to do it. And if you pick up any floor tiles, you need to prepare yourself for the entire ceiling to cave in. So if you have to move a floor tile, you need to do it very, very sparingly. You need to really be aware of, if you pick up one of these tiles or one of these panels with a ceiling above you, there is a possibility that that entire section can collapse, because you have to have ceiling support all the way around, or all the way through, even in the middle. So like right here, if I was to pick this panel up and I had a ceiling up there, there's a chance that that ceiling panel could collapse because there's no foundation support underneath it. The game AI sees this panel as foundation support for any panel above it. So you really have to keep that in mind. You'll kind of see it as we go. I may boo-boo and pick up a panel and destroy something. I had almost done that here. When I put this gate up, I was thinking, oh, I can just glitch it in by putting these foundations down there, snapping it to the edge here, and then pick these up. And then it dawned on me that I have done that with behemoth gates before, and when I picked up the supporting foundation, the entire behemoth gate collapsed. Front door, gate, and everything. So about 1,000 or about 1K worth of materials, or about 4 or 5K worth of materials just gone. So that is not something that I want to work on, that stuff, or something that I want to have to redo. So again, let me see what we have here. Replying to Ray Alta, so you have to give me a second. Hear our weather vane going off, so I may have to go back inside here in a second. So yeah, I hear our weather vane going off, so going outside right now might not be a good idea. We do need some more sand, so I think we're going to try to avoid going too far from home, because like I said, I hear our alarm going off back there. We'll go 400, movement speed's fine, and let's dump one more in HP. So since I hear our, like I said, that bark, if I remember right, is the sandstorm, so we're gonna have to go inside here in just a hot second as it is. And we've picked up some stuff we need, so this is good. This is very good. Let me actually run through this real quick. I want that. We don't need the metal walls. We don't need any of that. We need the dehydrator. May or may not need a Carno saddle. I'm primarily looking for a Rex. If I go for any big carnivore, it's going to be a Rex. So I'm going to leave the Carno saddle alone for now. If you have the option, believe me, going after a T-Rex is your option. We're going to go ahead and learn glass ramps. And again, you learn some metal things. I will never use these, but you have to learn them in order to learn this. Definitely need the fabricator. We're going to need the polymer, the electronics. I'm going to need our cables, electrical outlet, generator, the internal wiring, flexible connector, diagonal connector, generator. We've got baryonics, we're not going to worry about. Wind turbine, we're going to get that because I think I'm going to be able to use it. Get all of these. Yeah, there it is. So now I need to go inside. Now we have the purple darks. These are amazing. You'll understand why when I really start getting into that. So I'm going to go ahead and go inside for now until this passes. And I need one fiber because I'm going to go ahead and learn the tech enneagrams. So I need this. Can't even remember what it takes. The mod, no. JMod, no. Not under miscellaneous. Well, now I can't find it. And I know it's under a mod. Or some, it's in here somewhere. I may have to take it out of folder view to find what I'm looking for. Oh, I haven't learned it yet. That's why I don't have it. So now it makes perfect sense. And for some reason my game is not... See, this is hanging up because I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, let's go back to folder view. So that is what it is. That is why. That is why I do not have that. Okay, so we need to learn those because that's going to give us the ability to learn all of this. And I don't know what the workaround is because I think I don't need it, but I'm going to go ahead and learn it anyway and use them both. And this is how you use those. So now I have learned all of the tech stuff. Yes, it's a cheat. But if you really sit down and think about what I'm doing right now, I'm the only person playing on this server. So my probability of being able to kill the world bosses to be able to unlock the tech gear is very, very slim to none. So really the only way I have to be able to use the tech gear and to be able to even pick it up is to actually learn it through that. I still can't craft it because you have to have the replicator to craft it, so I still have to go find a replicator. But this gives me the ability to make and use all of the tech gear, and I've been trying to hold off on it as much as humanly possible because I really did not want to rely on a lot of this stuff. But there are things in here, like these two are definitely things that I really want on this server. And when I start setting up satellite bases, you guys are really going to get to see where this mod comes into its own and where this tech gear comes in really handy. Because when I start putting in satellite bases, that's when this is really going to be handy. And these are really, really handy. So we definitely want all of this stuff. And I think, actually I may be able to create the tech crafter in here. The replicator. That's the cloning chamber. I can recreate it. Actually, it does not look like I can craft the... yeah, there it is. But again, if you look at the materials you need for this, it is definitely something that we are not going to be building anytime soon. It takes 5,000 metal, 75 element, 600 crystal, 150 black pearls. The only way you can get black pearls is to either craft them from regular silica pearls, and can't remember what the other component is, but you can craft them, or you can get them from breaking down other tech equipment. Now, unless I can regularly raid a cave, I'm not going to get access to tech equipment to break down. So all of this stuff I'm going to have to craft. Plus I need 800 polymer. In order to make all that stuff, I need one of these. I have enough stuff to build this thus far. I need the spark powder and the cementing paste. So again, I need to go on a chitin run, because that's one thing that's really hurting me right now is the chitin. Let's see, I'm going to have to brave going outside because I need to go get my food out of here. It's still crafting, so I'm going to let it go and let that go. And I'm going to get back inside before my stem bottoms out. Okay. Well, let's see, what is Rialta up to? For now, we're kind of stuck inside, so we're just going to look through and see if there's anything that we can craft, anything that we can do that we need. We do need a lot of sand, which I'm not going to be able to go get right now. So let's see, can we do any narcotics? We have enough stuff to do a few of those. We need a lot more spoiled meat, so what I'm going to do is go through my thing. I'm going to pull out half a stack of meat, go ahead and spoil it, and we should be able to start crafting some stuff. So we'll go ahead and burn one. We can burn 5 of these out, and then we'll do this. Now this will give us a little bit of a quick boost in points. Or in levels. We're getting pretty close to top levels, but again, crafting these gives you a lot of experience points, so this is something you want to keep doing. That's why establishing a farm early and getting that going is something I definitely would do. I guess tonight what we need to do, since we have our primary building down, we need to go ahead and start plotting for water. So what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and figure out where I want to put my faucet or my spigot, and really start working on okay, good, we're clear now, and really start working on getting water up to our encampment here. So what I think I'm going to do is drop a water line basically straight down off of this cliff. I think on this corner, this is where the spigot will come up, is right into this block. And what we'll do is we'll run it straight down this cliff right here. So let me go ahead and go get a few things to do that, and I'll show you guys how to run your water pipes. So what we're going to do is, I think we can craft water pipes in our own inventory. So we're going to look for metal pipes. Yes, let's say we can do these. And I need one of these. I need a square, and that takes metal and cementing paste. Okay, so for now we're going to do it out of stone, I think. Yeah, I can't do I have to have the other stuff to do the internal wiring. So we're stuck again with needing cementing paste. So we need to go out and we need to do a farming run is what we need to do. Because we need a lot of chitin. So I think I'm going to check inventory, see how much stuff I'm carrying right now. Yeah, see, I've gotten 6 levels in the last few minutes. So again, I'm going to go ahead and keep bumping these two up. And let's see, we should be able to learn a few things. So let's go down to this range. We know we don't need any of that stuff. We don't need any of that. We don't need the radio. See, GPS we may need. I don't know if I can get one of those to drop. I don't know if the Megatherium is on this server or not. I'm going to learn that anyway. So I learned the glass gates. Canteen we definitely will need at some point. The bunk bed is definitely going to be something we need. And I just realized that we have not put a bed down yet, so that's definitely something that we're going to have to build next. We must have a bed. The chainsaw, this I need. We definitely need that. I don't think we have enough stuff to make it yet, but this is one of the other good things for collecting wood. So actually, well, I think to make this, we have to have a fabricator to make the canteens. Let me see if I can make a water jar. I don't know if I learned that anagram yet. Yeah, I did. Okay, water jars. So, let me see if I can craft a water jar. I think they have to be crafted. I'm guessing they have to be crafted at the fabricator too. That's gonna suck. That means we definitely need to get a fabricator together. Oh, nope, we do those in our own inventory. Okay, that's why. And of course we need, see, that's what's killing us, is if you see the cementing paste, we need a ton of cementing paste. So that means we need a ton of chitin, or we need to go kill a lot of mantids. So I think since we need cementing paste, we are going to load up this little guy. And we are going to start going to farm cementing paste once he gets through with his little celebration dance. What I actually think I'm going to do before I head out to do that, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to load him up with some prime meat. I'm going to load up some majo berries. I need some more spoiled meat because I'm going to have to. So now I'm actually going to be going on a meat run, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump that. So I need the spoiled meat and I need the stem berries because I'm actually about to go try and tame some things. So let's see what we have in here. Let's take what we have. Let that run because it's going to take a while. Alright. So we'll put all that stuff on our raptor. We need some stem berries. So I think what we're going to do is just do a quick, yeah, he might need some meat. What we got in here? So if I put the prime meat on there, he's going to start eating the prime meat. And that's not good. That's not what we want. There are other harder hitting creatures out there. As far as mounts, if we run across a Rex where I'm headed, if we run across the Rex where I'm headed, we may go ahead and try and tame it. It depends on if I have enough narcotics. I have the 50s now, so that would add up pretty quick for a Rex. primarily after stem berries. Okay, so let's go ahead and run back and see what we've got as far as berries. Primarily we're after stems. That'll work. Because we need the stem berries to make the hunger generators. We don't need 100, so let's go with 20. That should be more than enough for what we need. If I come back with 20 if I come back with 20 creatures, then we definitely have been taming some stuff. And I'm just going to keep this on him, just in case. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a minute and head out. And we're going to see what we can find. Before I go, I do want to take a minute to craft a couple of things. So I'm actually going to craft let's do 5 of these arrows, and we'll do 10 of these. Like I said, we need some chitin and some cementing paste, so we're going to try to go find a little bit of both. So we're looking for bugs, we're looking for the water jug bugs, we're looking for regular bugs. We're also going to try to go find some mantids, so we're going to work our way up this cliff. Try to avoid those Dadons. Well, that didn't work out too well. And again, those are the giant moths. That's the only, other than dragons, that's the only flying mount in the game. But since they nerfed flying, I'm not even bothering with flying mounts really until I get to the point of a dragon, and dragons are just dragons. They're awesome. But they're a pain to tame and they're a pain to get. So it's kind of a catch-22. Let's see. What do we have over here? And again, I'm trying to watch for rock elementals too, because now that I have my omnicular, I can find them a little easier, but it's good to know what they look like before you ever even get to them. We are definitely gaining some levels here. Let's see, put one more in weight. And again, every time you change weight or anything, you have to dismount for the game to register that you have put a point in weight. Alright, since we're out and about, we're not going to worry about learning anything right now. I know there's some scorpids over here, or there's usually a good group of scorps over here, so I think that's what we're going to go after. Now, sometimes there is a Rex over here, so that is primarily what we are looking for. There's also some snakes, so you need to be kind of careful as you're running around over here. But again, there's a couple of sabers. We're going to try to kill them real fast if we can. those are the bugs I was looking for. Let's see what he drops. We'll take it anyway because we can salvage it. It's going to increase weight a little bit, but it is salvageable. There was another set of bugs. Those little bugs were what we were looking for, the ants. It doesn't look like there was any more. There's a scorpion. So the Pulmioscorps are what we were looking for. I see a tail. There we are. There's a Rex. What are you? Oh, let's see. You are... Can't get quite a level bead on it. I want to find out what level it is. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to have to tangle with it until I know what it is. Might not give me a choice. Yeah, it's not letting me light it up, so I can't get a bead on exactly what level it is. You are behind a rock, so of course there you are. Level 15. That would be a respectable first tame Rex. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We know it's there. It's definitely not going anywhere. These are the primary guys we're after right here. Because we need the chitin. But we want to keep an eye out for what direction that Rex went in. And you want to watch out for mate boosts because they tend to hurt when creatures are mate boosted. Now right now my critter's poisoned, so we definitely want to keep an eye out on HP and everything, so we don't want to get messed up too bad. I'll gladly collect kills from other creatures. I don't mind at all. It saves me a little bit of work and a little bit of pain. Now we know we've got a level 15 Rex there. There's usually another couple of them over in this area, but I don't see another one at the moment. We may have to go. Let me check Dodo Dex. We may end up going after that Rex. I don't have a saddle for it yet. I don't even think I can learn a Rex saddle yet, but we're going to look for it. Yeah, 74, so I can't even learn a Rex saddle yet. So we may leave him alone. 15, like I said, that would be a respectable first tame. And that would definitely be some DPS that we need. And a lot of carrying capacity as well. But without having the ability to make the saddle for them, it would be really hard to use them. Basically, they would just be running around as like a big bouncer for us. And that's not good. That's not what we need. But we do need a lot of cementing paste and a lot of chitin. So we're going to go ahead and try to go look for... actually, I might need to feed him a few berries to get his torpidity down. If you force feed your creatures stem berries, it will help the torpidity come down if they have any built up. And he took a pretty good bit of torpidity from those Scorched while I was trying to kill them. Here's a box. This will give him an experience gain. Ah, dragons. Okay, what have we got up here? Ah, there's a couple of Equus. I don't want to scare them right now. I want to look and see what levels they are. This is level 20, level 10, and level 25. Some pretty ones. I like that pretty purple and green. Look at that. That is borderline my colors right there. But Equus are one of those creatures that we don't have a use for. They're just they're fast mounts. Again, they take carrots to tame, and I don't have a garden established yet, so we don't have access to carrots. I'm not quite sure how far out into the desert I want to go. I need to kill some mantids to get some chitin or some cementing paste. But that is definitely no man's land out there. So I'm debating on if I actually want to go out there or not. Let's see. I may just keep looking for scorps and things of that nature. There's a lot of stuff out there. We want to try to avoid the buzzards. There we are. There's another one. Let's see what he is. Or it is. We don't know if it's a he or a she yet. Oh, that's another respectable tame, and I like those colors. Look at that. That nice, beautiful blue down the back. Yeah, those definitely some nice colors. Let's do a quick scan out here. We want to look and see if there's any rock elementals. There's some vultures. They're very annoying. There's a mantid and a couple of dung beetles, so that would definitely be some good chitin. We got some scorps on the other side of this. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and go over there, and we'll just keep dealing with these scorps. There's a mantid over here. The mantids do have a jump attack that they do. You can avoid it, but it hits like a truck when they do hit. These guys are not nice at all. Oh, we do need that organic polymer. That's definitely something we have to have. It's not necessarily what we are after, but it's definitely something we need. I'm going to have to research and see what actually produces cementing paste and where we can get that from. We may have to manually make it. If that's the case, that's not going to be nice. I think we'll save mantid farming for when we get a Rex. So we've got a fairly good amount of chitin. Yeah, got a fairly good amount of chitin. So I think we'll go ahead and start working our way back. We'll kind of chop a little bit as we go. There's a 35. We'll go ahead and work on killing that if it attacks us or if it bothers us. Ah, it's an adolescent. Okay. Usually if they run away, they are immature raptors or immature creatures because they won't attack. I've established a base in this little lake right here. It's hard to get to, but it's right over a source of water, so it's kind of one of those quick and dirty things. Now that's pretty. That is a black and purple gallimimus. Those are actually 3-person mounts. Once you get them tamed, you can put a saddle on them and you can ride up to 3 people. Or you can carry 3 people. Oh, that's unique. Canopic jar. Let's see. Oh, there's a pretty one. And it's a level 25, so we're going to go ahead and try and take it out because it's already interested in us as it is. Where are you going? No, don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. I was perfectly happy with leaving you alone, but you wanted to fight, so... No, this could be bad. There you go. Alright, let's go ahead and pick these up and see what we got. Alright. There's a mantid over here. Avoid that first strike. Oh, they are worth a lot of stuff though. Let's see. There's Argentavius. Let's see what we've got over this way. We might, like I said, we'll shop on the way back to the house and see what we can locate. I don't really want to tangle with that dire wolf, but more than likely I'm going to have to, because he'll come running up here at some point. That's a 55 Equus. Not seeing any rock elementals. Yeah, there he is. And I can't. Alright. Alright, he's hurting me pretty bad. He's working on killing my raptor. Alright, we're gonna have to find us a place to hide for a few minutes. He put a pretty good hurting on my raptor by the time I got around to him. So you always have to be kind of situationally aware. I knew he was there. It just took him a minute to cycle around to me. Let's see. Let's try to heal our raptor up a little bit before we lose him. And of course I'm force feeding him. Trying to get torpidity down too. There we are. That's a little better. Start working on our tank again. Alright. Argentavius. We really don't want to tangle with them. They're basically giant eagles and they hit pretty hard, so we really don't want to tangle with them if we can help it. So we're just gonna work our way through here, continue to browse. Sometimes there are, whoa, wait a minute, I didn't like the way that rock just glitched. Let's see what we've got. No, it is not a rock elemental. Okay. I'm not seeing a rock elemental out here thus far. Ah, Microraptor. I want to avoid that for sure, if at all possible. No, I didn't avoid him. A whole pack of them. There we go. That's why we jump his DPS up. Alright, so, and there's another one. It's not going to be good because he's running all the way over there. I need to put him on follow if I'm going to be running into those guys. Okay. Well, there was something I was wanting to look at before I started getting mobbed by Microraptors. I thought, yeah, that's what I was seeing. That is a very nice Carno. Ooh, that is a very nice Carno. We're not passing that up. Normally, guys, I'd leave that alone, but we are not passing up a 130 Carno. That is almost a max level Carno. We are not passing that up. Carnotaurus 5, and it is a 130. This might be a little bit of a fight, but we are not passing him up. 10 raw prime, we've got that. Oh, it only takes a 20 and we have 50s. So that means all I gotta do is shoot it in the face with one of these pinks, which I haven't crafted yet. So yeah, all we have to do is shoot it in the face with one pink and it's down. So we'll go ahead and equip that up on that. We're going to put that there. Go ahead and get it loaded. We're going to grab our prime meat off of him. We've got our hunger generator, so that's what we need. Alright, and we are going to put you on passive and leave you right there. Now, where did that Carno go? He's still down there. These guys are running from something, but because they are what they are, we're going to leave them alone. But I'm primarily after him. So as soon as he starts charging me, I'm going to peg him in the face with this 50. I'm not even going to wait that long. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at that. Alright, now we're going to mount up. We're going to go on defense. So, we're going to play defense and keep anything from hitting him. We want maximum tame. This is going to be a very, very nice addition. Oh, that is very gorgeous. We now have a tank. We get this back to the house, we get a saddle on it. There is nothing out here other than a Rex that we are even going to worry about. So that is a very, very good grab right there. That is a once in a lifetime thing, guys. That is a tame of opportunity. Those are what I call tame of opportunities. That is a definite tame of opportunity right there. We came up on it. It was a 130. Couldn't pass it up. Now we just have to get it back to the house. So this is not going to be well. But this is why we tamed him. That is why we tamed that guy. Oh, we have a heat wave coming in, so we need to work on definitely getting back to the house ASAP. So we're going to go ahead and start working our way back that way. There's no guarantee these Datons are going to go down that easily. If they decide to attack, we are not going to have a good time. And they heal very quickly, so you need a lot of DPS to kill them. And those are Pegamatrix. They're basically opossums, and they will steal stuff out of your inventory. Make sure our Carno is still back there. Stop periodically and check. But at this point, I am not too worried about anything between us and the house. other than a Caprisuchus, for obvious reasons. But other than a Capra, I am not worried about pretty much anything between us and the house. Okay, he is now sitting on top of me. That is not going to be good. Okay, I need you to go. Okay, I'm gonna have to put this guy on wandering in order to get him off of me. Alright. That's a trick that you guys really need to pay attention to. If you get trapped underneath your pets or your critters, if you put them on wandering, you can get unstuck. Forgot to make the turn up here, so let's get him back. And there we are. We now have a almost level 200 Carno. So that is definitely going to be a very nice addition to the family. And since we're back, we're going to go ahead and turn all of these guys off following. And I'm going to put this guy on back on neutral because he works as house defense. And let's see, what do you have on you? There. So that definitely was a tame of opportunity. Well worth what it took to get it, and well worth what it took to get it back to the house. I cannot begin to complain about taming that. We also picked up some organic polymer, and now we have a mount that we can actually go out and farm with. That is a meat and material farming machine. There is not a lot in the game that I will worry about attacking when I'm on a Carno, because Carnos are just, they are a little bit under Rexes as far as damage, but they are some of the best things in the game that you can get as far as low-level carnivore DPS. Just definitely worth that tame, and especially that level. That is not something that we could bypass, or that we should have bypassed. Sure, nothing of any major use is in there. Alright. But again, I will have to get a saddle crafted for that guy and get it on him, and then you guys can see just what he's good for. So another thing I'm going to do is, since I have enough stuff now, I'm actually going to go ahead and craft all of these cementing pastes. And I think we did learn a Carno saddle at some point. I don't see it in here. I may have to build it on myself. Capra, Haenodon, Raptor, Packy. I thought I'd learned a Carno saddle. I guess I didn't. Oh, we do need to keep 70 of that chitin, so yeah, we've got enough. Good. Okay, so I need 70 of that. or 65 of that to make that Caprisucha saddle, and that'll at least get him a saddle. Megatherium, Caprisucha. So we need hide, fiber, and hide, and chitin. So we go and make that. And let's go learn Carno. Alright, I think I have to craft that, so we'll go back and look. No, it is crafted in here. There it is. So yeah, you guys got to see a very nice opportunity tame. That is something that does not happen very often at all, is coming up on an opportunity tame like that. So I'm definitely happy you guys got to see me get something of that level. Had that been a T-Rex, that would have been a completely different thing. This is what these guys are good for. They travel, you can travel long distances very quickly with Caprisuchus. So once you get some points pumped into them, they actually get very fast. But this guy is really what I'm excited to show you guys. Or this girl. She's beautiful. She is deadly. You can't even begin to describe the amount of carnage that this thing is going to release. Well, we had something down here. What is it? Oh, we might have attacked that by accident. We'll go ahead and try and get it killed. It's going to take a while because it is wrapped up, but we eventually will kill it. And we're going to go hunt a little bit. Oh, we have one of those. I'm going to try to get it before it gets me. And that didn't happen. And it looks like we may have... Nope. Thought we may have just lost it. So I need to put you on neutral. Yeah, try to get up on these guys before they have the ability to do that jump so that I can get them killed. Because if they have an opportunity to do that jump, they're going to kill you. That's your only hope, is to keep moving, hope they miss you. What I'm looking for is raptors, low-level creatures to be able to kill with this thing so that I can get a few levels on it. I'll start leveling up damage and everything else. I'm also getting distracted from what I need to be doing, which is working on stuff at the house. So we're probably going to go ahead and head back, and I'll work on this guy a little bit somewhere down the road so so that we can start getting that little bit of housework done that we need to get done. But this is definitely a tame that was well worth getting. I mean, there's really not a whole lot that I'm going to worry about being able to hurt this thing. Once I get the HP jacked up next to a Rex, this is going to be a very, very good mount to have. Let's see. Keep working on melee damage for the moment. And because it is a female, there's a possibility we will get eggs. Which I can't tell if that was an egg or a poo, which I need to look. That's a poo, okay. You always want to check, it is a female, so there's a possibility you could get a Carno egg, which is definitely something you want to keep track of. So we're going to go ahead and park her inside, and we'll start slowly moving creatures in here for the time being. But again, this kind of gives you guys an idea of what you can get sometimes. These opportunity tames can come out of nowhere. Oh, and always remember to unfollow mounts. Or you will have mounts everywhere. I also usually change them to, I've been forgetting to do it because I haven't had this many, but now I'm actually going to go through and turn them all off. Ignore group whistles, because if you don't and you whistle follow, every one of them will start following you. So that's kind of a pain when you have them all set in specific areas. Like just you want your breeders to not do anything. You want your breeders to stay in one spot, not move, not do anything. So you really want to set them to ignore group whistles and just passive and leave them inside. You just don't bother with them at all. Wait a minute, that doesn't go in there and that doesn't go in there. That really doesn't need to be in here, but it's in here anyway. So I'm going to move some stuff around and get some stuff relocated that's in other... I didn't want to do that. It's also why I need to get all my material spread out, because now I've got all kind of stuff in places that it doesn't need to be. So now I'm like messing up when I go to grab stuff. So that oh yeah, that doesn't go in there. Keep having to remind myself of that. Okay, and we now have some cementing paste, so now we can start making some stuff. Let's see, we need a fabricator, and we're still short spark powder and oil. So what I'm going to do is pull oil, if I have any. We just need 10, so I'm just going to pull what we need. I'm not going to pull the entire thing. And we need 50 spark powder, so I'm going to pull 50 spark powder. Probably take it out of the forge. I don't want to take it out of the preserving bin. So go ahead and get this crafted. So now we have a fabricator. This is definitely something that we needed. let's see, since this is going to be our crafting, or start being our crafting area, I'm going to go ahead and just drop this guy right here. Well, that's going to mess us up for a door now. So what I'm actually going to do is demolish this. We don't really need this anymore. Go ahead and take out this. Since we really don't need it now. And we'll start getting our little thing established. So now we need a generator. We need 25 electronics, but we need fuel to power. We need a generator to power the thing. So I wonder if we can craft a tech generator. No. Definitely can't do a tech generator. Okay, so it's going to have to either be a wind turbine, which we need 25 electronics for, so it means we need to make some fuel. So I need oil. Where did I put that oil jar? What's the vessel? The oil jar was somewhere over here, I thought. Or did I put it out here? No, it's not out here. Where did our oil jug go? Let's go to gamma 3. It's getting a little dark. And I'm having trouble finding our oil jar that I put down. Storage box, that's where it's at. Okay. Take that. I need 5 gasoline, so I'm gonna go make some gas real quick. Just need 5, just enough to power a generator. Or power the fabricator so I can create a generator. Or create the wind turbine. Actually, I may go ahead and make a generator. The wind turbine, well, the wind turbine would work if I could get it up high enough, so I could always run the electricity down here to everything. So yeah, we probably will go ahead and do a wind turbine, and what I'll do is put it on this cliff above us, so up there, and then I'll drop the wires down. Let's say down this corner right here. So I'll put it up there, and then I'll run the wiring down here to this corner. Well, it really needs to be in that corner, actually. Can't power that. I can't do it on that wall, but I could put it here. Actually, I can put it here. So I can power this block, and then this should be able to power pretty much anything close to it. So we should still be okay. I could just drop it straight down into the center of the room. Let's see, this is our midpoint. Yeah, this is our midpoint right here. So I could, yeah, I can just drop it straight down and put a box on it. So yeah, that'll work. So we've got a plot. So now we need electronics. So we need pearls and metal ingots. Metal ingots. Let's take it out of the forge. And we need the pearls. We have more than enough of those. And let's see, we need a generator. Or wind turbine. But we're going to make it out of the S+, so we need a lot less stuff, I think. The wind turbine, yeah, we need 25 electronics. So let's go ahead and make 25 electronics. So turn it on. We need 25 of these. We're going to need a lot more, so I may go ahead and do the 100. Actually, I think we'll go ahead and do 50 for now. So let that run. And then I'm going to check in with Rialta. Everybody wants to talk now when I'm doing a recording. Got people bombing my phone, Steam's going off, and everything. Okay, we got our 25, so now we're going to go ahead and work on our wind turbine. So we need the S plus wind turbine, and we're going to need stuff like this. How many we need, I don't know. That's going to be the trick. Let's see, so, and we also need one of these, so we're going to go ahead and create one, and we need one of these guys. And again, that's why I said we're going to need a lot of this. I could go ahead and make one of these, which runs out of, or runs off of fuel. But I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with this for now. Let's see, we need one of these, definitely. So this is a start. So this is basically your wind turbine placement starter kit. Except for the light. The light we don't need. That we will somewhere down the road, but primarily we need that and that. Okay. And can I craft electrical cables on me? No, I can't. So they have to be crafted in the fabricator. So we'll get to that. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and, like I said, you guys are going to get to see me doing some ninja skills with a grappling hook. Because in order to get that wind turbine on the roof, or on the cliff where we want it, we got to get up there. And I don't feel like taking the long way around, so we're going to cheat. And that is where this comes in handy. And so as I said, you guys get to see some ninja skills, because it definitely takes a little bit of practice to be able to use this thing right. And there we are. And our house should be right below us down here. Yep, there it is. And so our goal is basically to try and get lined up right about with that right there. So that's about where we want it. So we want the wind turbine in right about this area. So let's see what our airflow looks like. 65% wind. Not quite what we need. Let's see what we've got right here. Because we got 65% wind down there. All the yellows. Those would be so nice right now. Alright, what about right over here? We're trying to get higher than 65% wind. And I don't know, unless we're out in the open desert, I don't think we're going to find higher than 65. And I don't want to have to run a metric ton of electrical cables. Yeah, for free energy, 65 ain't bad. So I think I can run with 65. So I think what I'm going to do is set it probably right about here. Yeah, set it right about here and angle it that way. So we'll angle the back of it towards the house. Well, we'll angle it towards the house that way. Yeah, that should be fine. Now let's stick this on there. And that's where we want it to run. Now this gives us an advantage. Because we have that right there, we can now do this. No, dropped a little far. But I can just see our generator right there, so if I shoot just right, I should be able to hit it. So we're going to get one more straight cable. Alright, what I'm going to do, alright, well, actually I'm going to turn this off because there's no point in it being on now. Or actually, we're going to need some more electronics. So before I turn it off, I'm going to go ahead and make some more electronics. But primarily we need cables. So what I'm going to do now is make one more straight. And then I'm going to do primarily these guys. And I'm going to need quite a few. So I'm going to go ahead and do 20 at a minimum. Well, I'll do 25. And if I overcraft, all I have to do is just put them in the... Or all I have to do is just salvage them. I can set them up and then just break them as I go. So what I'm going to do is just run the cable out one more length, and then I'm going to drop it straight down, and I should be able to immediately hook right into it. That just says they're still crafting. I'm going to go ahead and run with what I've got. So let's see if we can hit our generator up there. And not quite what we were aiming for, but you know what? I'm not going to argue because I can still use that. And then we're going to start going down. Now is where the ninja skills come in. And I missed. So, takes a little bit of practice to be able to hit something that small. And you know if you got it because your thing doesn't rewind. But it takes a little bit of practice to get in the hang of doing this, especially if you're already hanging up there. As I say, ninja skills with a grappling hook is definitely something you must work on. And we're out. So we're going to go ahead and lower ourselves back down. 25 may not even be enough. So we'll see. 25 might be. We'll see where we end up with this 14. Kind of got a little bit better line to shoot for now. So I can see it a little better. And so we'll continue to run our electrical cable. I'm going to go ahead and drop it all the way down, or as far down as I can get it. So I'm going to go ahead and use those two. And you'll see why here in a little bit as we start really building this thing out. Alright, so now I got to do some adjustments. So as you can see, we got our box here now. Too far. Alright, so we want to disable sparks. I'm not going to hide it because I need to know where it is. But what I will do is hide nearby wires. And then I'm going to go back up here to the generator itself. Should be able to hide all connected cables, but it's not letting me hide them. Because they have a thing where you can hide all connected cables, but it's not letting me hide that now for some reason. Show nearby wires, hide nearby wires. Okay, that's weird. They must have changed the thing. Oh well. It's set up nonetheless. That's all we were worried about. What I'm also going to do is this. And it's going to look funny, but it'll be well worth it. If I can get it to reach. Well, yeah, it's not quite going to do what I wanted it to do. So what we'll do is we're going to cheat a little bit. I need an adobe ceiling. Actually, I need a couple. I need 8. So let me see if I can make 8 adobe ceilings. 6 is close enough. Yeah. 6 is close enough. What are we going to be short? Looks like clay. And like I said, I think I'm out of clay, so yeah. 6 is close enough. I can work with 6. I actually only need 4 or 5, but I can work with 6. And this will kind of give you guys an idea of what we're going for. So since the middle of our room is this point right here, I'm only going to use these guys. So that's 2, 3, and this should be 4, which should put us right in the middle of the room. So the middle of the room should be right there. So what I'm going to do is this. So where that joint is right there is where we're going to place this guy. So right there. Not quite going to do it. Close enough. I'll deal with that. I can move it later. It's going to end up being upstairs anyway. And so now we have light. So now we can work at night because now we have a light going. And this, again, I love this mod because you can change the color of the light. As long as you know RGB codes, you can set any light color that you want, which is really cool. And you can even do something like this, which you have to have 2 colors. So you set a secondary color, and let's say we go with I don't know what this is gonna do. Oh, well, black. So we go with that. So see, it does that. And you can change the blink. You can change the blink speed that way. So there you go. So again, it's, you know, one of those weird things, but I use the auto on off, and basically it'll automatically turn off during the day. And there we go. So now we have, and because of its proximity to that, it automatically powers this. I may be able to switch to electricity. Ah, yes I can. There we are. So I can now run that off electricity. I don't need fuel for it. I can run anything that I want now. So anything electrical. So that was today's mission. We have a little bit of this established. We got a little distracted because we got some cool tames, a cool couple of other things. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and call it there. I may tinker around on here a few more minutes afterwards to get a couple of these other things done. I'm just going to try not to get too far ahead of you guys. Like I said, I may go ahead and finish filling in the gaps here. I'll go ahead and at least get one floor put on. And I may go ahead and start working on defenses. So I may go ahead and start trying to work on, or I may go ahead and start trying to work on collecting and gathering things. So I'll go ahead and put the poo collector up so I can get some fertilizer going. I'll go ahead and start at least getting the initial part of this established, of the next building, so that the foundation's at least down and you guys can see how that comes together. And like I said, I'll work on going ahead and finishing out that back wall and this ceiling, and at least getting the first few tiles or first few panels out on our next building. So for now, I want to thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed that. I'm glad you guys got to see us get that tame. And again, hope you guys are enjoying the videos, and we'll keep it going.